be early?
I tend to be, because that way I can make sure that I have everything lined up, and nothing's going to go wild or crazy.
Right.
Right. So here's how it works. I try and keep it short, painless.
Right.
So I try to stick to the script unless I find something where I just need to ask another question just to make it flow a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I occasionally flub. You can totally laugh at me when that happens, because I will definitely laugh.
Okay.
And so I go through the little script, ask you the questions. At the end, it takes me about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get it all together, because I do graphics for the blog, the video interview, and then I do the blog itself.
Okay.
And then I send it off to you to review, and at that point, hopefully you will be able to share it with your network, and I'll share it with mine, and we just continue to make sure people know who people are.
Excellent. Yeah, I love it.
All right. Any questions before we get started?
I'm just going to try to find a room here. Give me 1 sec.
Sure. So what part of Calgary are you in?
No, I'm actually in Edmonton.
Oh, you're in Edmonton.
Yeah, we're based out of Edmonton. You betcha.
Okay. For some reason, I had it in my head that you were Calgary. I'm so sorry about that.
We're oil and gas guys, so.
Yeah, that might be why.
Yeah.
So are you actually working in the office now?
Yeah. So there's a couple of us in the office. Yeah. Just kind of following the safe distance protocol, but yeah. Seems to be working all right.
Cool. I get to do my first day in office next week.
Okay. Are you ready for that, or what's the feeling?
I think so.
Yeah.
As long as all the elevators are working, I don't know.
Yeah. Are you in Calgary, or where are you at?
I'm actually in Edmonton. I work out of Center 103.
Okay. Yeah.
Or 103 Center, whatever they've renamed it to. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready when you are now.
All right. Perfect. Thanks for joining me on About Alberta Tech, which is focused on introducing Alberta tech companies to Albertans. Our goal is to share the innovation and diversity that exists in this province in quick bites. My name is Lenora Thomas, and today I'm joined by Shawn Martens, co-founder of IronSight. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on.
So let's start by getting some background on you. How did you get into tech?
Yeah, it's, the IronSight story is quite funny, or not funny maybe, but different in most tech companies. So Adam and I, the other co-founder of the business, we owned an oil and gas service company, and our backgrounds would tell us that there's an easier way to do it. We had some good experience on how the services worked, and so we started a company up, and we called that Pack Energy at the time. We developed an in-house tool, so a tool for our clients to order our services much easier. We got it built overseas originally by a company. Adam did all of the work, kind of flipped his life around to work days and nights with the developers overseas, and there it was. So we called it the Pack app actually at the time, and then come 2017, we actually realized that our clients of our company liked us more as a software company. So we fully pivoted, seen an opportunity, seen a bit of space in the industry, and we spun it out, called it IronSight, moved all the heavy equipment out of the company, and there it was. So we were a company, we had 2 or 3 really good clients. Fast forward to 2019, we raised money with a great partner of ours, we call it Lifting Solutions and Arc Financial. So that was about a year ago, and here we are today. We have a team of 16 based out of Edmonton, and we are a full-fledged software company and loving every minute of it. So,
so did either of you go to school for tech, or just had to learn as you go?
Yeah, no, none of us are fully trained, and Adam's a mechanical engineer by trade, so and very tech savvy and very
Yeah.
fine tuned with the product. And I'm an electrician by trade, actually. So no, none of us have formal. We have some really good team members, and we have a great team of software engineers now. And Adam kind of handles the product, so we call him the product owner, and knows the functionality really well. And then, I handle the front end and the implementation and the, maybe the bit of the business side of the company. And yeah, it's quite the story.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's get into the specifics. What does IronSight do?
Yeah, so IronSight is a two-sided platform to efficiently and effectively coordinate industrial services. So that's a statement of ours. But what we do is we connect the supply. So the people that need work done in the oil field, and then the people that do the work. So we bridge that gap. In our industry, it's time for us to, we always say it's time to kind of be more effective and efficient in what we do. And the markets are telling us that. And the price of oil, people are trying to do things at a more cost-effective rate. So yeah, so that's what we do. There's about 1 million features in between there, and maybe that's what makes us a bit niche about the software side, is that we kind of address those and know those concerns and use the software to do that. So yeah.
What would you say are the biggest things that have made a difference in your clients' lives by expanding this from your own software tool to the rest of the industry?
Yeah, so if you can believe it, this is a great example that we use all the time, is on Uber. So we often get called Uber the oil field. Uber is a I don't know, let's say a $10 cab ride downtown Calgary or in Houston, and you can do it all in an app. You get a receipt, you get to track it, so you kind of hold everybody accountable. A guy a consultant on a service rig orders a coil tubing or a pressure truck, and those are thousands and thousands of dollars a day. And that was being done before pen, paper, text, emails, no accountability really, right? It was just kind of call and hopefully they show up. So what we say make a difference in our clients' lives is, now they pull up an app, they order that same pressure truck, they can see what's happening. They're updated with the statuses of that unit coming to site. A field ticket is created. He can approve it. All the financials flow through it, and it's pretty seamless. So, we now are taking, maybe the industry, oil and gas is 20, 30 years behind. We believe we've taken it into, the 21st century. So
that's awesome. You must have had to do a lot of integration in terms of different accounting systems and the like to get that really to flow through for them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've done a few, and we always say that we're not going to be able to do everything. So yeah, you're right. We can't be an accounting system plus an oil and gas platform, and so yeah, we're coming up against that all the time. There's lots of our clients too that are okay with having to transition from one software to another, but there's others where it makes sense, and we'll play a part in that and kind of do what we have to do. But yeah, there's a bit of that for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so I know why you started IronSight, and why did you choose Edmonton and Alberta?
Yeah, so Adam and I are both, Adam's from Bonnyville, Alberta. I'm from Cold Lake, Alberta. I'm born and raised there. I just recently moved to Edmonton. We chose Alberta we chose Edmonton because, there's great talent here. So I would say class. If you consistently see the University of Alberta's, software engineering, it's top 10 in the world. So I don't know if people even know that, but, we're hiring software engineers that are, world class. And we compete. We have some international stuff happening in the US, and, working with some companies overseas and all that kind of fun stuff. So world-class talent would be number one. And it's a central spot for us too. Our clients, are kind of all over. So we, I spend a lot of time on the road, and it's a very centralized position. So Calgary lots, and, Fort McMurray and Cold Lake, and yeah, so it works well for us.
That's cool. All right. So you've got it up, you've got it running. What are you growing towards?
Yeah, like I said, we just recently deployed into the U.S. And we're talking with some companies in the Middle East, and that you know what, we in 5 years, can we be the Uber of the oil field? So there's a lot of, you can't just be Uber. There's a lot of oil field specific training and requirements and insurances and all that. So, you know, breaking down those barriers, you know, that's what we're headed towards. You know, that's a 3 to 5 year journey. In the next 2 to 3 years, we want to, you know, we believe that if you're in the oil and gas business in the next, I guess, 2 to 3 years, you're going to be on some sort of digital platform, and we want to be the leader of that. So
that's cool. All right. So what else do you think our community should know about you and IronSight?
Yeah, I just think, I mean, we're proud to be who we are. We're proud to be Albertans. We're proud to be Canadians. And probably the biggest thing is we're proud to be from the oil and gas business. You know, sometimes I think it gets a bad name in certain industries or certain, you know, parts of the world. And we're just proud individuals that are, you know, trying to make our industry that we grew up in. My dad worked in, Adam's dad worked in, our partners are all in it. We're just trying to make it more effective. And are we perfect? No, but we think we're, you know, excited to bring that to the industry, and we're proud of that.
Definitely. One of the things that I've heard from speaking with other people in the tech community, both in Edmonton and in Calgary, is that the change that is happening within oil and gas in terms of automation is huge right now. And that because of some of the changes, especially with the cost of oil going down, that companies are far more open to it. Do you find that the same thing, that they're really starting to push for that just so that they can be more efficient?
Yeah, I would say, you know, it doesn't make it easier to do a transition or an implementation. No, like change is just change. But everybody's more receptive to it. And I, you know, as the baby boomers come up and, you know, are moving into like a supervisor position or, you know, some decision makers, and they know that, you know, they grew up with a phone, so you can do everything on your phone, pay mortgages, what else, like assign document, anything you can do on your phone. You know, it's just going to be part of it. And like our barrier to entry is a phone. So we've onboarded, you know, we say about 8,000 users, and we've seen 2 flip phones now. So, right, it's time. Hey, like, so yeah, I would say it's time. It's time, and everybody knows it's coming. And there's people that don't embrace it as well. And there's lots of that see it coming and enjoy it. So.
That's good to hear, because we've got a lot of oil and gas related business, especially on the technology side. So we want to see that to continue to grow. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Really enjoyed meeting you and hearing what you guys are doing.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I appreciate your time, and look forward to whatever you guys need in the future.